Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic Lynette here. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited today because I'm going to share a video with you. And yes, this is a fuzzy cat belly over here. I'm having the hardest time keeping him off my craft desk today. I think he's just been missing me. I've been working a lot lately and I haven't been able to get back in my craft room. So I'm really excited to be able to today. So today I'm going to create some ephemera for these journals that I'm working on. I do believe in the last video I had them bound already, so you guys have already seen a little bit of a sneak peek of what these journals are looking like. I haven't put any ephemera in them so far. My last video, I know I was making some stamped faux postcards to add to these, and then I need to get these finished up because I have other fall projects I want to be able to work on, and work has been pretty busy lately. So I'm going to make this ephemera video today, and then off camera I'm going to finish these up. So the next video you guys will be seeing is me sharing these completed journals and some fall kits that I am able to put together. So I'm really excited about that, and I need to get these done and out to you guys because I have other ideas for fall too. And it's almost, I know it's only August, but it'll be here before we know it. It's almost September, and this gives me time to get them out to you guys. So recently I've had some feedback on my channel of those of you who have appreciated simple projects or simple layouts. And it's kind of funny because in the YouTube world, as a creator, we're constantly trying to come up with new ideas or creative ideas or new ways to do things, and that can be a difficult trap that we're stuck in as creators. So I thought today it would be fun to just share a simple formula with those of you who are maybe new to journaling or just getting started in journaling, or sometimes you just need a reminder also to keep things simple. So today I'm going to share a little bit of a process with you on using the same formula to create ephemera on a few different types of ephemera. So I have some book pages and I really love these. These are out of a children's book of poetry, and it's just the index pages, but I love the yellowing on them. So I'm going to use these book pages, stamp on them, and then I have some autumn scrap paper, some fall type scrap paper. I'm going to use that for my layering, and then I might use some punches. I have some edge punches here that I pulled out of my drawer, and I also have this fancy little corner rounder punch here. I might use that. Also, what I'm really excited to use today is this new stamp set I picked up on Amazon. This is the Tiny Text stamp set from Tim Holtz, Stampers Anonymous, and I just love some of these sayings and the fonts, so I'm going to embellish some of my ephemera pieces with this today. And as far as stamping on the book pages go, I have this mushroom stamp set that I picked up a year or two ago. It's called Autumn Surprise. It's from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I don't think it's available anymore. Maybe it's something that can be found on eBay. I'll take a look. If I can't find it, I'll link different mushroom stamps. It's so popular in crafting right now. There has to be something out there. But that's my stamp set, so I'm going to use that. So those are the elements I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to create some tags, little tags even. I don't want like a full-size regular tag. I'd like to make just some little tags that I can tuck in some pockets in the front of my journals when I have taller elements. I want to be able to layer my embellishments in my journals. So I'm going to create those little tags with scrapbook paper, and then I'm going to do the same basic simple technique on top of these coin envelopes. I just have some plain white coin envelopes, and then I have some old yellowed index cards. I just love these, and again, just that faded color. So today this is going to be a very simple project that anybody can do, and you can use any of your scrapbook papers or book pages or cards and envelopes, and it's just a reminder that we can get multiple types of ephemera with the same style, and we don't have to overthink our projects to make them all completely different all the time. I'm going to speed up the rest of this video, and we are going to get started on making our tags. All right, so as we are jumping into this project, it is obvious that I am posting this video a little later than I had planned from my intro earlier. So let's just get started in the project. And I did want to say that these journals and kits, as I share this video today, which is Friday, September 1st, within the next few days, I will be sharing the journaling kits that I'm talking about here in this video. So I'm really excited about that. I'm working on all of this today, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So jumping into the project, I decided to use this red ink color for my little mushroom stamps, and I wasn't exactly thrilled with the thin lines of the mushroom, just the way that it showed up against the text in the background. So I went through and played around a little bit, and I liked it best this way, where most of the image was off on the blank space, but yet there was still some text in the background of the stamped image. So I'm just going to go through and stamp my little mushrooms. The first little embellishment that I decided to create are some mini tags. So I have this piece of scrapbook paper I really like with the autumn leaves in the background and the yellow. I love that muted color. So I will be using this paper throughout my little embellishment project today. So the main focus of this video was creating similar projects with the same design and the same elements. So this is number 1 of 3 little projects that I'll be making in this video. So I have my stamped image on the book page. That's something I'm going to be doing on all 3 projects. And just to make that image pop a little bit against the scrapbook paper, I am going around and inking the edges of the book paper. That's something I always personally enjoy doing because I feel like it just kind of defines the image a little bit against the tag. So I will be adding this stamped image to my scrapbook paper, but another element I decide to use today because it's been so long is an edge punch. This is something you can find online or at any craft store. So I have this little polka dot style flourish edge, and I'm just going to go along the scrapbook paper first and make that little punch. All right, so now we're going to move on to some coin envelopes. These are just some simple white coin envelopes that I had in my stash. I do want to add that punched element onto the front of these, so I'm going to break out that same punch. And remember, this video is about keeping it simple and not overthinking my projects, so I want to add the same elements to all my projects. So this time I just did a whole strip of scrapbook paper. I'm inking it to again give it that definition, and then I really like the torn edges, especially in little fall projects where leaves are crinkly and they break and nature is drying out and doing its thing where it's going to shed all of its little natural elements. So I just really feel like torn edges fits these projects well. So that's why I like giving it a ragged edge and maybe poking one corner up higher than the other. It just gives it more of that natural appearance to me. So I have my little ripped punch edges. I made that strip of 12-inch paper work and fit on all 4 of my little coin envelopes for my journals. And now I'm just adding that to the coin envelope. I'm going to use another mushroom stamp that came from that same mushroom set that I already have in my stash, and that's something else about keeping our projects simple. You don't need to go out and buy all of the things that I have just to make your projects work. I do encourage you in this video to just use what you have and think about a few simple steps that could make various embellishments for you. That's kind of the fun of it. And I know that sometimes, especially with YouTube, we see people working with things, and I do the same exact thing where I want what they have. But I do encourage you for this project to look in your stash and see what you can play around with. So you can see how I am using that white space on the book page to make my little mushroom stamp just pop a little bit better than it would if it were just over complete text. And I feel that way again about these stamps because they are so thin lined. I just feel like it shows up a little better. So I am going to ink the edges of these mushrooms and add them to my coin envelope.
In the morning when I get up, I wish that we could stop and take each day. In the evening when I get home, always hope to find you all alone and out of harm's way. Every time I look around, I hope to find you looking back at me. You're everything I ever hope to see. In the morning when I get up, wish that we could stop and take each day. In the evening when I get home, always hope to find you all alone and out of harm's way. Every time I look around, I hope to find you looking back at me. You're everything I ever hope to see. In the morning when I get up, I wish that we could stop. I wish that we could stop.
All right, and moving into my third project, I'm going to take that same scrapbook paper and go along and punch my border along the edge, and then I'm going to decorate these old index cards that I have. I love finding old index cards while we're out thrifting that have yellowed. That's just so beautiful and works so wonderfully in a junk journal. So I love it when we find those little things when we're out thrifting. So you can see here how I did end up making a whole strip because I want to give my index cards the same type of design that I've done to my coin envelopes and my tags. So I ran out of that leaf paper, but I had this other piece that had the same color that came from the same set of scrapbook paper that I had. So I am going to use that as well, and I'm going to add those same elements, the strip of scrapbook paper, to the back of my index card. I decided to decorate the back side so that the lined index card would be great for journaling. And I'm going to also stamp another mushroom image and add it to my project. Okay, so now we have all three of our projects, and you can see how they're all similar because they all have that punched edge and that stamped book page. So I had those Tim Holtz stamps with the phrases that I was anxious to use, and I found a few of them that worked for my little fall projects, or I felt that they did. And I'm just going to take some scrap tea stain paper that I have, use a brown ink, and then add them to my tags and my index cards and my coin envelopes just to finish them off. And then on the tags, because they are tags, I decided to use some scrap ribbon that I had laying around also. So that is my little projects today. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it simple enough to go into your scrap room, see what you have, find some stamps, some book pages, some scrapbook paper, and just add some sweet little elements to your journals, and that it encourages you not to feel overwhelmed by our journaling projects today. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I do wish that I was able to get this video out a little sooner, but you got to roll with the punches sometimes. So I'm happy today is September 1st and that I am able to share some videos moving into the fall season. So like I mentioned, I am getting these journals finished up today. I'm also putting the kits together. I have everything gathered up for them. I've had a lot of fun going through my stash and pulling out a lot of vintage elements that I had, some old autumn themed books that I had, and things that fit well for making autumn journals or other projects. So I am anxious to get all of that put together and share it with you guys. I'm not exactly sure when that video will be up, but I'm sure that it will be within the next week. I am really focusing on getting that up for all of you who have messaged me and are interested in those things. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you being part of my channel, and the ways that you reach out to me makes me feel so loved. So thank you all. I appreciate you so much. There is no community I have ever found like this community. I'm so grateful that we all have each other and we can share our creativity with one another and appreciate it about each other. I know there's so many people in the world around us that don't get it, or they don't know about journaling and junk journaling, and it's just so awesome that we have each other to inspire and encourage each other in our projects. So again, I just thank you guys so much. I hope that you have a fantastic week. Another big thank you to those of you who reached out to me about Hurricane Idalia that came across Florida. I just want to thank you for checking on me and thinking about me and your thoughts and prayers. Those of you who have been affected in a more major way than I have, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. My heart goes out to you. And I just I'm just over I'm over the hurricane stuff. But thank you to all of you who have reached out to me. We are fine. We were spared this time, and I'm just, my heart goes out to all of you affected by the storm and the path of that storm. All right, so I guess I'm back to this project, and I'm adding that trim that I mentioned to the top of these tags. I definitely did think that they needed a little bit of something, and I had this vintage trim in my stash. So cute. I just love those. So again, you guys, just a little encouragement to create something simple and fun today. This project didn't take me too long because of its simplicity, so I do appreciate that. There's always a little bit of time to try to fit in some crafting if we feel the urge. So thank you guys for spending this time with me today. I hope that you have a great one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.